Okay. So, the first 5 minutes, I will give an introduction. So, just an introduction. Okay, this is not yet the talk. So, do not start writing your talk. Just an introduction for you to understand kung anong talk, what is this talk about. Okay? So, the talk is entitled Means of Perseverance, or you can call means as ways, methods of perseverance. Okay, so these two arrows here are like the intro. So the means of perseverance is towards consecration to the Word of God. So that would be at the back of our mind. So why do we do the means? So that we can consecrate our whole life, to the Word of God. So you can refer to John 17:17 to 19, and Acts 6:1 to 4. Okay? We no need to include this in the talk, but if you want to understand the whole talk, this will be. And of course, in this truth of faith also, we will introduce the life of an apostle. Ano ba yung buhay ng isang apostle? And especially as Verbum Dei. So if we consecrate our life to the Word of God, the life of an apostle enters in the dynamism of the Word. Alam niyo ba kung ano yung dynamism of the Word? You know the dynamism of the Word, right? Nalala. The Word listened to, assimilated, lived out, and announced. Do you know this one? Okay, so that's the dynamism of the Word. So, kung tayo ay apostle, consecrated to the Word of God, ang buhay natin ay buhay ng dynamism of the Word. There are many means. Personal prayer, novenas, many means. Pero, we are talking about the context of Verbum Dei community. So, ano ba yung means that the Verbum Dei community is offering to us? So it's a communitarian means kung titignan ninyo. Okay? Is it clear? So this is just the intro. Is it clear? Questions? Then put this in your mind so that you will understand the whole talk. Okay. So I will begin with the link before the first point. So the link is to recap the previous truths of faith. So sabi dyan sa paper, in the link, let us look at our paper. It says, the whole ideal stage, the whole Mario, will remain an utopia, will remain just a dream, and will not be realized if we don't make use of the methods and means. So yun lang yung link. So makita natin yung link, so we can see that all the talks that we have listened previously will just remain as a dream if we don't really put the means. We don't live out the means. So kanina, if you remember, Bell, thank you for the talk. Good. So she mentioned about we have the call to love was given okay. And then, after that, she talked about perseverance. Ano yung meaning ng perseverance? Ng pagtsatsaga, okay? So that's the link. Or that's the link. That's the link, and we can go to the first point. Any questions before I erase? So let's go to the first point. The first point is a bit tricky. It talks about the school of forming apostles. So dito, you will already talk about you will talk about yung buhay ng apostle, no? towards the consecration of the Word. So, you will introduce here how Jesus, remember, when we talk of School of Apostles in point number 1, it's not the activity School of Apostles. Activity School of Apostles will be later. But when you talk School of Apostles in point number 1, it's talking about the life of an apostle. The life of an apostle is like a school. School of Apostles. Okay, so not be confused with point number 1. Okay, so you can introduce here the life of Jesus. So Jesus, ano ba yung buhay ni Jesus? Was forming apostles. So you can talk about point 1 there. You can also talk about, after Jesus, the first Christian community. First Christian community. How the first Christian community dedicated their lives to form apostles. So you can talk these things at the beginning. You know what? Jesus was forming apostles. He was not just preaching wherever, but he was forming apostles. And you look at the first Christian community, they were trying to form apostles as well. And they dedicated their lives for that because they understood that everybody is called to consecrate to the Word of God. That's why they formed apostles. And then, you can also talk here about how you were accompanied, how you were formed. How you were formed as an apostle. So here you can talk about in point 1, how the community verbal day has accompanied you. Yung sinabi ni Bel kanina, like a father, patiently, like a mother. So how your experience of being formed as apostle. And also how you form others. Okay, is it clear? It's a school of forming apostles. You can talk about Jesus, First Christian community, and your personal experience. So that's point number 1. Is it clear? Yeah. We are not yet talking about the means. We're not talking about, not yet. Point number 2, we will talk about concrete means. Here is just introducing the School of Apostles. Okay, so now I will give you once again time to prepare. 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. So in point 1, there are passages there of how Jesus forms apostles, Mark 3:13. Then passages also of the first Christian community, Acts 2, and how they accompany like a father and a mother. Pens down. Okay, so just a recap. Okay, point one, if it is not clear, it is an introduction of forming apostles, the life of apostles. Then the second point, we will start already entering into the dynamism of the Word of God. Okay, so to consecrate our life to the Word of God must be prayed. So the word pray. So explanation nandiyan na. No? I will not read it again. Another very important word is to nourish ourselves. So to be apostles, we need to be nourished by the Word of God. Word means Christ. And that talks about prayer and dialogue. So ano yung means to be nourished by the Word of God? So you can say in point number 2, all your experiences with all the means. So now, don't be afraid to say the means of Verbum Dei. You know what? Verbum Dei, we offer the means of spiritual exercises. We have School of the Word. So don't be afraid to mention names. Means that nourishes us with the Word of God. So you mention the means, and then you share your experience. You know what you tell kanina? About the School of the Word, how she was nourished by that means. So, yan lang. Okay, very simple. Okay. I put there a list of means. Means of being nourished by the Word of God. Okay, so let's start. Okay. Okay na? Okay, so we proceed. So the next point is point number 3. So pray. 2, 3 is the word assimilated. In this point, remember that as apostles of Verbum Dei, we are preachers of the Word of God. So in this point 3, we need to assimilate. Kasi we need to purify our intention in preaching. So we need to prepare the Word in the best way possible so that the Word, when we preach, will be very effective. It will touch like a sword, sharper than a sword that pierces the heart. So we need means to prepare well the Word of God for announcing. So ano yung mga means? School of Apostles. Diba? We take turns to give talks. We form ourselves to know the Timario, the truths of faith, kasi ito yung what we will preach to the people. We teach each other how to do it. That's what I'm doing now. Trying my best. And also, School of Talks. So when you give talks, we revise the talk, we sharpen the talk, So, ano yung experience niyo? Itong means na ito. So, you need to mention that the means, especially School of Apostles. School of Apostles. For example, I can share my own experience. First time I met Verbum Dei, I was touched by the Timario. I was a Catholic, but I never knew all these things of faith. So I was really caught. Ang ganun. You can share your experience also. Questions? Is it clear? Okay. Yes. this to to those who are attending, like an encounter. Kasi ito yung final talk, di ba? One of the final talks. So they already heard the talks. So when you talk about Timaeus, do you know that you heard many talks the previous days? It's not talks that we just come out from our. we have a series of talks that we prepare to give you. So you can refer to that. So once again, you can share your experience, how it helped you, the School of Apostles, really to promote the means of everyday income. How did it help you? Why do you keep coming back? Just before you share your experience, I put their passages. For example, you can mention passages there. The third point, you can mention about Timothy, how St. Paul encouraged Timothy to pass on what he has received. So you can give a passage that was your experience. Number 3. Okay. Okay na tayo? Good morning sa iba. Okay. Last point. So the word lived. Okay, isa sa buhay yung salitang Diyos. Okay. So translation of our daily lives with the word. So it's very nice the word daily, daily lives. That's the life of the apostle, trying to put into practice the word of God in their daily lives. So you can talk about revision of life, 4 exercises. Okay, because 4 exercises is about daily life of an apostle. What we share, right? We share our daily life during the week, and then as Belle was saying, the movement of God in my life. That's how she understood the revision of life. And of course, you can mention also spiritual direction, how it helped you, spiritual direction, to know the movement of God in your life. In this point as well, you can mention, or you can, and depends on you, you can also mention Emmaus, the walk to Emmaus, how Jesus accompanied the disciples to the very end. They were lost in their life, but Jesus accompanied them. So maybe it's a good thing to end with Emmaus and not put it here. Just to end everything with Emmaus. Walk to Emmaus, sorry, not Emmaus. Walk to Emmaus. We put there the passage already. How Jesus formed the disciples to become apostles. As what we have heard, apostles was sent. So he formed the disciples to become apostles, sending them back to Jerusalem to evangelize the fearful community. Then at the end, just say, we need the means. The need of the means to persevere. So parang i-close mo yung stop, going back again to the purpose of what we were talking about. We need the means in order to persevere in our consecration. Just close. Okay, so we'll do the last point. Then we'll proceed to the workshop. We'll try to start the workshop.
Okay, so how are you? Are you okay pa? No? So refresh, just follow me. 1, 2, 3. Ako lang. So anyway, so we'll have our workshop. We will try lang to do 2 workshops this morning. So mga 20 minutes lang each workshop. But just remember lang, no pressure. The workshop is just a time to encourage each other. So the good thing is we have the time to write, prepare, to really spend time to assimilate what Darwin has already told us. So the workshop is the time to give suggestions to each other, to share, and just to feel free in the school of apostles. Alright? So for the workshop distribution, workshop number 1 will be with Darwin in here, no, I think. Let's have it here, workshop 1. Workshop 2 will be with Angela, maybe in the dining room. It's too hot. You turn on the aircon na. No, there's aircon in the dining room. Okay lang. You turn on the aircon. And then workshop 3 will be Abby or myself. Myself, I will be in the first room. The first room of when you enter the entrance. What do you call that room? The sala. The missionary sala. Okay, so very missionary room. Okay? And the 4th will be Ami in the chapel, the small chapel. Remain in me. Okay? Okay, ready? Ready? Okay, 5 seconds to breathe. I'm sorry? How was the distribution? Sorry? Huh? No distribution? Oh, we just take the name for this week. We will just mix them up. Is it okay this week? We will mix up all the different realities. No? So there are 4 workshops. You just count 1, 2, 4. Okay, remember your number 1, 2, 4. Pray hard and remember your number. So I'm putting up 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, say 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Emmy, 1, 2, Stella, 3, Jojo, 4. Then Delia, 1. Then I cannot see. Okay, number 2. Well, 3, 4, eating 4, 1, Lolly 1, Chin 2, Lolly 3. Are you ready? Okay, 3, and then Felipe 4, okay, and then we come down here, Reg 1.